All right, Kenny Smith is a two-time NBA champion, longtime member of Inside the NBA, the best studio show on television. He is joining us on behalf of Abbott. Kenny recently took part in a soccer clinic that Abbott and the Real Madrid Football Club hosted for pro athletes and influencers, where the participants received direct instructions from Real Madrid coaches. So, Kenny, I guess we start there. How is your soccer game at this stage of your life?
Well, first of all, when I went to Abbott and Real Madrid, let's get this straight. I signed a one-day deal with them. It's 1 day. If they need me at goalie, I could come in for a play. I'm telling you right now, I'm good enough at the goalie position to kind of come in for a play. So it was a lot of fun being out there with Max and Shore, great protein drinks as well. So we were just having a great time, learning directly from the coaches from Abbott and Real Madrid. So that's a once in a lifetime opportunity that I'll remember. But I was decent. I was decent. I was happy with my production.
I respect that. So got to ask you about your day job, of course. The dust has settled on the NBA TV deals. Barring something stunning, it would appear that TNT will be out of the NBA business after next season. Charles Barkley has said he will stay with Turner beyond next season. Where does this all leave you?
Well, I think firstly, being this coming up season, if it is the last year, I feel like LeBron, when he was a free agent, I think that the four of us one day have to sit down and go, we're taking our talents too. I just feel that opportunity is there. Regardless where it is, we become a fabric part of the NBA. The heartbeat, the voice, pop culture, social. Like, those are the things no other basketball show were talking about before we started doing it. So for us, I think it's important to be part of the NBA. And we have a unique, we have a unique position to now be in the ownership thought process of the show, where we can make sure that the people that we know helped us become who we are, they're still employed and they're still doing great.
So we're fresh off USA Basketball gold medal. That's 5 consecutive gold medals for USA Basketball heading into Paris in 2028. One of the questions I've had, Kenny, is the sustainability of what USA Basketball is doing, where it's like we kind of care about everything in between the Olympics and then we send the A-team to the Olympics. That worked and has worked in previous cycles, but do you think the way they're doing things is sustainable in an era where, hey, not only does other countries have great players, but they've got great players playing together for long periods of time, which closes the talent gap?
Well, the gap is closed because it's not USA Basketball anymore. It's basketball. It's world basketball. Like, throughout the year, like, I really, this is honest too. I'm watching a game and I forget that I have to root for USA, because I don't look at Jokic, I don't look at Giannis, I don't look at them as foreign basketball players. I just look at them all as basketball players, and I think the world is starting to look at it like that, and it's fun now to see the Olympics, where all of the greatest basketball players are now going back into their culture.
And look, it's been an interesting offseason. Some teams, Oklahoma City among others, made some big moves to bolster their roster. But I want to ask you now, like, as we sit here in mid-August, I think the landscape has shifted significantly. Is it still Boston, anybody else, or do you think the gap has closed with the Celtics and other teams?
Well, I think the Celtics are still, you think about it, they really won the championship without their third best player. Porzingis not playing much at times. Porzingis at times could be their first best player offensively. So, no, I don't think that the gap is really closed in yet on Boston. I think Philadelphia's done a great move adding Paul George. But, to beat the Celtics, you need size as well, in multiple positions. So it's going to be interesting. In the West, I think the East is top heavy. And I want to see if more trades come to make that a more balance, where the 10th seed in the West you go, man, they could play around and be in the Western Conference Final. Where when you look at the East, you don't always say that.
You know, you've been part of back-to-back championship teams. How real is the championship hangover? We saw Denver kind of experience one this past year. You know, Boston, a lot of guys played in the Olympics. Porzingis out for a while. Like, how real is it to go from being the hunted to the hunter?
It's super real because you have to fight against human nature. Human nature is to relax. Like, I've won something. You take a deep breath. You know, you've won the gold medal. You take the deep breath. And while you're taking that breath of relaxation, everyone else is intensifying. And so the hardest part about, you know, I've been blessed to be on a back-to-back championship team. The hardest part is fighting human nature. And human nature consists of not taking a long, deep breath. Because when you take a long, deep breath, everyone catches you.
Well, Kenny, you talked a good game about this soccer clinic. Is there somewhere people can go to watch some, you know, evidence of this?
Yeah, all you have to do is go to my Instagram. It's evidence of me putting in real work for Abbott and Real Madrid. There's work. Now, there's also going to be a lot of hydration stations when you see me drinking that 30 gram protein Ensure. You're going to see a lot of that on the sideline as I'm sweating. But more importantly, you're going to see me putting in some real work. And I would say I might have been the oldest veteran there. So, and I still put in real work.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kenny, glad to see you putting in real work now. Be good to see you back to work with TNT next season, man. I always appreciate your time.
Thank you. All right, Chris.